Hello friends, welcome to Applied Programming Tips, and today we will try to understand context sharing between XUnit.NET test classes and when to use them. So there are mainly three types of context sharing between XUnit test classes and test method, right? First one is constructor and dispose, second one is class fixture, and third one is collection fixture. So inside constructor and dispose, you can share your context without sharing object instance, right? So you can set up your code, you can clean up your code without sharing object instance, right? And inside the class fixture you can share your object instance across the test method, means in a single class, right? Means you can share your context with the multiple test methods in a single class, right? And in the collection fixture you can share object instance across the multiple test classes, right? So see the difference. In collection fixtures you can share object instance across the multiple test classes. In the class fixtures you can share instance across test in a single class. And in the constructor and dispose you can set up clean up code without sharing object instance, right? So as you guys know, in XUnit.NET built-in feature is object of the test class create for each and every fact and theory. I mean for each and every test method, right? So you might require a technique or a way how to share context between test method, between test classes, between multiple test classes, right? So for that, here are the way: constructor and dispose, class fixture, collection fixtures. For with the collection fixture you can share context with the multiple test classes. With the class fixture you can share your context in multiple test method in a single class. And in constructor dispose you can set up clean up code without sharing any object, right? So let try to see it visually. So you can see here, let's say here the database context. So database context getting is being created 3 times, because 3 times 4 times for this test method, right? So basically it will be created 4 times, right? 1 2 3 4. So database context will be created 4 times, because this XUnit test class has 4 test method. Okay, I hope it is clear, right? So let's move toward class fixtures, right? So in class fixtures you can share your object, you can share your object in a single class, right, with the multiple test method, right? You can see visually here 2 object of the database context gets created for 2 different XUnit test class, right? This is the XUnit test class 1 and this is the XUnit test class 2. Okay, so this context will be shared between these tests, and this class, this context object will be shared between these tests, right? So you can say the class fixtures contexts will be shared with the multiple test method inside the test class. Okay, so I hope it is also clear. So let's move toward collection fixture, right? So inside the collection fixture you can see database context is created only once, right? And it can be shared with the multiple test classes, means test class 1, test class 2, test class 3. It doesn't matter how many test classes you have in your test classes, means test project. So the database context objects will be created only once, right? So these are the visual representation of context sharing techniques. So I will show you how it works practically in Visual Studio. So let me jump into the Visual Studio so that I can show you how it's really work. Okay. So let's jump into the Visual Studio. So here I have set up one demo project here, having 3 test classes, means 3 test CS file, right? And I created one database fixtures. I'm just simulating database fixtures. It doesn't have any much more things, just counting the created object, how many times it is being created, right? And here is the collections, database collection fixtures, right? So this is basically way how to create database collections, means if you are using collection fixtures, so this is the way by which you can use. So why this is in this way, I will tell you, but for simplicity, let me first concentrate on constructor and dispose, right? So you can see here inside this test method, inside this test class, we have normally 2 fact, 1 theory, and 2 inline data. So inline data is nothing, it is kind of test cases. So this method will call 2 times. Just imagine like this. So if you not aware about inline data, what is inline data, what is theory, what is fact, then you can go back to my YouTube channel. You can see one of my video dedicated to how to configure XUnit in Visual Studio and how to write test cases in XUnit.net, right? So nothing special inside this test class, right? So I will show you. So as you know, this test class object will be created for every test. For every test means 1, 2, 3, 4 times, right? So we'll see practically whether this constructor getting called 4 times or not. If it is getting called 4 times, then we can say this constructor and dispose test class object is being created 4 times, means it is being created for all the test, means fact and theory, right? So let's try to debug it. So here is our all the test method. Okay, so let's try to debug it. So let's see how many times this constructor is being called. See, we have 2 fact and 2 inline data, means total 4 tests. So this constructor should call 4 times, right? Let's see. See, here are our database fixtures, means our database context. So I will share this context inside multiple methods, right? So it since we are creating the object inside the constructor. Okay, so that's why this database fixtures is being called. Okay, so we will see how many times these database fixtures called, right? So see, it's called 1 times for 1 test, and it is getting disposed. Okay, so object of this class created for 1 test and getting disposed for 1 test. Okay, so let's see for second test. Database fixture again getting created for second test. Okay, and see, again it is being disposed by second test. Similarly for third one and fourth one. Okay, so you can see here 4 times, means our database context created 4 times, right? And our database, we if you we in this basically in this technique, constructor and dispose, we don't want to share this context with multiple test method, right? We want separate object for each and every test method. So that's why so in that case you can use constructor and dispose tests, right? So because fixtures object is being created separately for each and every test, so in that scenario you can use constructor and dispose. Okay, so I hope it is clear. So let me close it and let me try to make you clear about class fixtures, right? So I have one class fixture here, basically two class fixture here. Okay, right? So as per theory, class fixtures share object instance across the test in a single class, right? So what does it mean? Means database fixtures object will be created only once and it will be shared with all the test, means fact and theory. Okay, so let me show you. So these contexts will be shared in a single class. So if you created other test classes and if you inherit that test fixture, then the separate context will be created. So in class fixtures you cannot share these cannot share context between multiple test classes. You can share context inside the single classes, right? But with the multiple methods, means fact and theory, or you can say simply test. Okay, so let me show you it practically by debugging it. Okay, so let's try to, here are 4 test 2, these are for test 1 class and these are test 2 class. Okay, so let me first let me debug only test 1. Okay, so that I can show you in the class fixtures the context will be shared in a single class. Okay, so let me debug it. See, so object database fixture means our context is getting created, right, only once. Okay, so see, object has been created, our database context has been created. Okay, and see, it is being shared with the multiple test method. Okay, so only once database context created and it is being shared with the multiple test, or you can say fact and theory, and dispose only once, right? So let me make you clear. If I create one more test class and if I create one more database fixtures, so but you can see this is almost clear. If I create the new object here, so we are not sharing context if we create another class. Okay, so but for make you clear, guys, let me debug these all the test method so that we can make sure the class fixtures only provide the mechanism, provide the technique, so technique to share context inside the single class. We cannot share context with the multiple class. Okay, so for that let me debug it. So we will see database fixture object will create 2 times because we have used 2 test classes. Okay, so see two object of these database fixtures created. Okay, so you can see these database fixtures will be shared in these test classes, and these database fixtures will be shared in these test method, and this database fixture will be shared with this test method. Okay, so let me show you. See, right, because this is a private member, so this will be available in this scope. Okay, so that's why you can say these database fixtures only shared inside the class. Okay, so it is clear that in the class of fixtures you can share your contacts in a single class. Okay, you cannot share it with the multiple class. Okay, so the last one is class collection fixtures. Okay, last one is collection fixture. Okay, here, so collection fixture. So first of all, how to create collection fixture? Okay, so in order to that, you just need to create a class, right? You just need to create a class, because this is the standard way. You can get it from XUnit official website. This is the standard way. This is the way of writing the code. Means this is the way of writing the collection definition. Okay, it might be possible you have many more collection fixtures, maybe database fixture, maybe your web services fixtures, maybe your validations services fixture. So you just need to create a class, and you just need to inherit your context here. Okay, so let me show you how to create collection fixtures. Okay, so here are our existing fixtures, we are using that one. Okay, and here we are creating collection fixtures. So in order to that, you just need to add, means you just need to decorate with the collection definition, and you have to provide the unique name here, and you have to inherit with the I collection fixture, and you have to provide your database context type. Okay, so that's all. What you just need to do, you just need to add collection with this unique name just above your test method, test class. Okay, so here you can see I'm just using collection with the unique name that is used inside this one, collection definition, database collection. Okay, and our test class is collection fixture test1, and inside this collection database. See the differences. Okay, see the differences. Here database collection, here my database fixtures. Let me close it. Here my database fixtures, here my database collection definition. Okay, and with the unique name, and here are my database collection fixture test, means test class here. Okay, so in collection fixtures, what we are going to achieve, we are going to share our contacts with the multiple test classes. Okay, so let me show you practically. We have 2 test classes, right? And I just decorated with collection, database collection. This is the unique name. I just decorated collection with the database collection. Okay, so let me debug it. Right, let me debug it, and so that I can show you how it's work really. So these are the our test method, or you can say fact and theory. Here test2 collection fixture, here test1 collection fixture. So let me select these all the test, right? And if I debug it, so as per theory, what should be happen? This database fixtures will call only one. It must be called only one as per theory. So let's try to see it practically. So see, we have two test classes, right? And we just decorated with the collection with the unique name and collection with the unique name. So see, database fixture has called, right? And we will see how many times it gets called. One times get called, right? One times get called. Okay, for test 2. Okay, test 2, it is running test 2. So it is database fixtures object is getting utilized here, right? It is getting utilized here. Okay, means this fact and theory using this fixture. Okay, see now test 1. Okay, so it is called, see, but the object count means the count you can see is still 1. Okay, so these database fixtures called only once, means you can say these fixtures getting shared between multiple classes. You can see right, you can see. So you can see here. So you can say with the class collection fixtures, you can share your context with the multiple xunit.net test classes, right? So let me summarize it. So in constructor and dispose, what we learn in this video, we learn how to share context between xunit.net test classes, right? And when to use them, right? So if you understand how to share context between multiple test classes in a single class, if you maybe you don't want to share it. So if you understand it with this video, then you will be able to take decision how to, means when to use them. Okay, so I left it on you, and you can think when to use them. But for now, for just sake of complete this video, I just make you clear when you should use constructor and dispose, class fixture and collection fixture. For example, if you don't want to share your context, it might be your database context, it might be your web services, it might be any services. If you don't want to share in with multiple test method, means fact and theory, right? So in that case you can use constructor and dispose. So if and the second one is class fixture. So when you should use, it might be if let's say you are using some class level global data. For example, you are putting there some static data, means some ID, some name, and against that you are performing some assert inside the test method. So in that case you can put those things in the class fixture context, and you can utilize in the multiple test methods. And last one is the collection fixtures. Okay, so it let's say you may have a requirement to write a code for environmental setup. For example, reading the environmental variable and reading the connection string, and maybe you are injecting some dependency. So in that case you want those things in a single place, and you want to call that thing in a single means one time, right? So in that case you can use collection fixtures, right? So I hope you guys will be able to understand context sharing between xunit.net classes and when to use them. So I hope you enjoyed. So if you enjoyed, please share, subscribe and press on the bell icon. So thank you so much for watching and bye, take care.